Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Range Ninjas 101. I'm Mike B, and today we've got a couple little stories. One of them is pretty short, one of them is average length, so I decided to throw them all in one video. I think this is what, episode 4 now? So before we get started, I just want to make sure everybody's on the same page about what a Range Ninja actually is. And because people were bitching and whining on the past couple videos where I do it in the intro, go to one of the first 3 videos that I made, and I define what a Range Ninja actually is in the first couple minutes of those videos. So any one of those will give you an idea of what who I'm talking about rather when I do this. So these are actually stories that were sent in to me via comment or messaging. Oh god, this is gonna be interesting. These are fogging up. I'm really winded because I'm so fat and I'm wearing all this shit inside and the heat's on and it's just not a good combination. Anyway, so these are gonna be from viewers and people that I asked to send in stories about their experiences with Range Ninjas, and kind of it's going to be a little bit of a safety lesson mixed with just making fun of these clowns because it's great. As I'm sitting here and my glasses are fogging up because I'm just wheezing here, God, operating. So this is from Tackhama95. I live in a small town in New Hampshire where the only local shooting range is an old gravel pit where people just pick a spot along the bank to set up and shoot. Obviously not the safest way of doing things, but fuck it. Anyways, me and some of my friends were trying out new shotguns we just bought when an old beat-to-shit Subaru Outback drove past us with 2 guys that looked like they had just bought out Walmart's SOG Tactical Discount Operator Gear aisle. Yep, here we go. We didn't really pay much attention to them at first because they set up a little ways down from us, but we completely stopped what we were doing to watch these idiots to try and shoot targets with flat-top ARs, handguns, and what looked like a semi-auto Tech 9 from their car windows while driving in circles, hanging out the sides, shooting over the roof, and all this while driving decently fast in a bumpy-ass pit that I won't even go 5 miles per hour through with my truck. They did this for about a half an hour while switching back and forth from driving to shooting. That's pretty much it. I never knew practicing drive-bys was an important part of the tactical lifestyle. Please excuse my horrible storytelling. Well, you got all the information that was pertinent to the incident across. Oh my god, these are terrible. Look at that. I'm so not operating right now. Just gotta kind of wipe this with the dirty, greasy ass fat finger. All right. And anyway, yeah. So don't worry about your lack of storytelling. This is written like a nice police report. Actually, everything you painted a picture of what happened, short, sweet, to the point. So I don't even know where to get started on how absolutely fucked that is to do when other people are out there. Again, it's just be considerate, people. Like, you don't have to be all this tactical, drive-by gangster shit. Anyway, but I mean, if you want to do that on your own time and nobody else is around and everybody who's involved is equally retarded in the incident, I guess you've got what's coming to you when somebody gets hurt, because they inevitably will, because that's not safe, not fun, not cool. I mean, I'm sure it's fun, but from my perspective, it's not fucking cool to do shit like that where people can get seriously injured or killed just because you want to try something dumb like that. I'm glad you made it, and I would have left immediately when I saw that because there's no RSO, it's a gravel pit. I would have been the fuck out of there. But hey, it is what it is. New Hampshire as well. Yeah, a lot of Range Ninjas up in that area, I've heard. So I'm sure it's bad everywhere, but Northeast, I've heard it's a lot of the comments on YouTube are like, oh my god. All right, so now glad you made it through that one. Thanks for sharing that story, Tackhama95. And then this one is from Christian Deanda, or Deanda, D-E-A-N-D-A. All right, I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm a really, really white dude from the upper Midwest. So give me a little bit of leniency on that, fucking up your name and everything. Time and place, Scottsdale, Arizona, Scottsdale Gun Club. All of a sudden, from the corner of my eye, a Range Ninja swiftly and tactically traverses to his bay by splicing the pie. I think you mean slicing the pie, which is the bay closest to the wall. After an entire magazine spent on headshots, the RO, or range officer, informs him he's hit the top of the paper holder. Strike 1. Strike 2. I think he had an AR-500 plate under his shirt, no plate carrier, being held in by his belt. Nah, he's probably just really fat, and like really densely fat, And of course, a 511 tactical shirt. Nothing against the company, not shit taking the company, but there's a certain kind of people who wear the 511 stuff like that. I wear 511 pants. I love them. They're comfortable as shit, but I don't go around acting like a douchebag while wearing them most of the time. Before I know it, the red skeletonized, anodized AR he was shooting eloquently goes back into his case. He looks towards me and says, "Do you like full auto?" To which I respond, "Is the Pope Catholic?" Even better response is, "Does the Pope shit in his hat?" That's the one you should answer with next time. But is the Pope Catholic? Okay, yeah, I get it. After a couple terribly executed pulls of the binary trigger, looks at me and says, "I've got 3 more." He assumes the position with the stance of a man providing counter ambush fire towards a ridgeline full of VC, locked, loaded, boom, boom. As I look down the range of the paper target, still flapping like an ass in the wind, the corner of my eye catches those 2 rounds impacting the side wall in his bay. Then, with one in the chamber, he was going for the one-shot kill, a headshot. That target didn't stand a chance. As he pulls the trigger, he manages to shoot the top of the target holder. The thing falls faster than a Newtonian apple. He looks at me. He's a one-man army against the world. The 1,000-yard stare was strong with this one. Then immediately the RO says, "Range 23, clear weapon," as he's escorted by from the bays by 3 range officers. Found out that day it wasn't his first time he's destroyed range equipment structures. Guess he's managed to hit some lighting the week before. Fucking dumbass. Agreed. What a fucking dumbass. Indoor ranges are really weird. I'm really glad that there's not a lot around here. I'm going to have to be non-tactical and just take these off because I don't know what the hell it is. Oh, it's probably the helmet. This is it's kind of small for my giant-ass fat melon, so it's probably holding all the moisture in and not really ventilating like it should. Anyway, yeah, fucking dumbass. Sure. Indoor ranges are extremely stressful every time I've been to one. It's really loud, first of all, because there's nothing to, let the sound disperse. It's all fucking contained. And sure, they have sound canceling pads and stuff, I think, but you've always got that asshole out there with like an M44 or a fucking 44 Magnum, or even a 357 is loud as fucking there. And yeah, when you're sitting there shooting shit that's probably like 50 yards in front of you, he didn't say the distance, Christian, you didn't say the distance, and you can't even hit your fucking target, you're hitting the bracket that holds the target on, probably because you haven't properly zeroed your fucking weapon to begin with, and because you're just trying to show off for whatever reason. I don't understand these fucking people. But again, you're hitting the wall, okay? So you're on the last lane, it sounds like. You're hitting the fucking wall. How do you do that, even, in an indoor range? But you've got all the cool shit. You got that binary trigger. You got that binary trigger to be full auto like a fucking tactical operator that you are. Well, guess what? Full auto is a waste of fucking money. Most guys will tell you, unless you're carrying a squad automatic weapon or a machine gun or something like that. In the military, most people roll with semi-automatic. Even a full auto AR is just kind of pointless unless you're really in a shitty spot and you need that suppressive fire for that one specific incident or that one specific scenario. Usually your weapon is going to be on, or your M4 AR platform, we'll call it, is going to be on semi-automatic. So binary triggers with an AR, especially at an indoor range, are shitty to begin with, and if you can't hit what you're aiming at, you're hitting the wall and the fucking bracket, that's even more shitty. It's a liability, it's a risk. Because, I mean, bullets do weird shit. Chances are you probably aren't going to get hit from it, but hey, what's the off chance that you hit the wall, it goes down, hits the steel, comes back and hits somebody square between the fucking eyes, and they're dead. How would you feel? Oh, I guess these fuckers don't think about that. That's why they're range ninjas. Okay, so I'll stop ranting about this shit. Both equally horrific experiences. Glad nobody got hurt, it sounds like. Jesus Christ. Yeah, and there's no shortage of these stories either. This series will keep going for a long time. And yeah, I encourage you to send me in, comment, send it to my Mike B Facebook page. Messages of your experiences with range ninjas like this, that just really unsafe, dumb people. And make sure it's not made up. Don't just try to make something up so I mention your name on here. It's not worth it. I try to teach, a little bit of lesson on like the safety risks in all these scenarios and stuff. So it's not just like I'm trying to be funny and make up scenarios and stuff. I mean, we got to make fun of these retards because they don't listen. That's the thing. If you know about range ninjas, they will not listen to anything anybody tells them. They know everything. You just fuck off. So that's the whole problem with them. That's why I make fun of them mercilessly. So anyway, yeah, send in your stories if you've got any experiences with like range ninjas. They got all the tactical gear, which is, apparently getting lost on a lot of you older people that don't understand. I'm not wearing this because I wear this to the range and every day. I'm wearing it because I'm kind of emulating who I'm talking about. So yeah, if you're not smart enough to figure that one out and you comment with that, good luck not getting fucking ass raped in the comments for being a dumbass. But Anyway, ranting. Yeah, send in your stories. Make sure they're real. Try to be as detailed as possible because it's better when I can actually go through and paint a picture because it gets funny sometimes. Like, whatever you want to explain, go for it. But yeah, so anyway, send in your stories. Also consider becoming a supporter on Patreon. Link to that is in the description. It's $1 a month, $12 a year, $5 a month or more gets you into the Discord server, which is really fun. Got a lot of people on there, and it's been a fun time so far. It helps support the channel. It helps me to not become a range ninja. Get cool things. I usually make a lot of videos with historical weapons and helmets and other military surplus gear. That's kind of interesting, and it's better, I think, to have the actual item in front of you instead of a picture that you pulled from Google. That's how I learn. I learn, you know, if you can't do it tangibly yourself, I learn second best through videos where it's like, okay, this is what the product actually looks like being handled and stuff. So anyway, our product, I keep saying product, it's not a product. Well, it technically is. Item. Anyway, so Patreon really helps with that. It helps me be able to afford things to teach you guys about that I can't afford myself because I'll go broke if I buy everything that I want to teach you guys about. So anyway, if you don't want to do that, that's fine. I get that. I appreciate you watching. And hope you enjoyed this one. This is fun stories. We'll just keep going with this. Yeah, so we'll see you on the next episode of Range Ninjas 101. Fuckity bye.